Jurassic Park?
So,
Hi, and welcome to Two Ordinary Nerds, a podcast for two ordinary nerds talk about ordinary nerd things. Hi, Daniel, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Just sitting here chilling, listening to you talk.
That's a good thing you do.
I guess.
It's a good
That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Doing good. What is this episode about?
Daniel, what are you drinking on today?
I'm drinking 8-bit pale ale. It's on the hop rocketed pale ale. It's kind of good. I recommend people having it. I never had this before. It's from, what's it from? Don't clue. I have no clue where it's from. But it's 8-bit pale ale. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking me rum today.
Wow.
I just feel like, hey, fuck you, don't judge me. What's your pirate impression?
Armamentis.
Ar?
It's the Spanish version of the pirate. I'm the
more
Barba
like-
Negra.
More like the pirates were robbing you during the...
That could be fucking pirates.
Yeah, fucking pirates.
Stealing the gold that we stole.
Fucking British. I'm drinking on some Kraken rum with Coke. So, what are we going to talk about today?
We are going to talk about Westworld. It's an HBO show. It's been only 2 episodes. So far, so good.
We're going to talk about, like you said, we're going to talk about Westworld. We also are going to, after we're done with Westworld, we're going to maybe give a shout out to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gotham, and Magnificent Seven. So,
Alright, well, strap in your boots, get your pistols ready, and let's jump into this episode. Beep, 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 beep.
anyways, so...
Squarespace!
Yeah, Squarespace.com! Oh wait, we're not popular like that.
Yeah, you don't get paid. Squarespace, give us money.
Yes, Squarespace, Dollar Shave, give us money, that underwear place, whatever.
My undies?
Yeah, me undies. Me undies, me money. So, this is also brought to you by PayMyTuition.com.
The point where you can put money and you pay for my tuition.
And basically what it is you just put money in for our accounts and we get money for tuition. That's also sponsored by That's Not Really a Website.com. Anyways, back to Westworld. What'd you think about it? Before we get into spoilers.
So first, before spoilers, it's an HBO show. And I think it's one of the ones that had the most budget for the first season.
Dude, it felt like a movie. Oh, by the way, fuck you, HBO, for fucking making me love another show you have as much as I am obsessed with Game of Thrones. Luckily, that show ends in 2 years, and then now I'm going to be obsessed with this after that.
Well, yeah, it's a good show. I think they spend the most amount of money in the first season than any other show.
Fucking nuts, man. It looks like a movie. I mean, of course, J.J. Abrams made it. I didn't see any lens flares, but...
And it has great characters like Anthony Hopkins and...
That's an actor, not a character.
Well, yeah, great actors.
There's literally an Anthony Hopkins character in there, too.
No, the actor is Anthony Hopkins. And there's...
Cyclops is in it.
Yeah, Cyclops.
Something James Marsden or something.
Who's the black man in black?
There's
great... One of the best things of this show is just the actors. All are top notch from the beginning.
Ed Harris is in it.
Ed Harris is in it, and Anthony Hopkins. And anyway, so the actors are great. It's a good show. It's about people. Imagine the Renaissance Festival, but in with robots, and instead of the Renaissance, is the Westworld, where you can do anything, and people go in and pretend that they're cowboys.
Well, imagine you want to go to. You want to relive the OK Corral where Wyatt Earp was. It's kind of like that. Like where you know what the OK Corral is?
I don't know what the White Corral is.
The what?
Isn't that a restaurant?
The what? The White Coral? Coral.
What's the buffet? Like, there's a coral.
Golden Corral.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's also a Golden Corral in it. just take the train. You know, you get to go have sex with whores, and you get to go to the Golden Corral.
The mashed potatoes.
It's fucking everywhere, man. You really got to do something about getting rid of Golden Corral.
The mashed potatoes are amazing.
And let me tell you, the people that usually go to Golden Corral are still fucking there in the 1800s.
That's exactly true.
Anyways, so basically the premise of the story of Westworld is it's basically a virtual reality that
No,
is...
it's not virtual reality.
It's a simulated reality.
They're animatronic robots that look like humans that pretend that they're... So when you go there, you pretend that you're a cowboy or a cowgirl, or whatever you want to do in that era. And you can do whatever. You can do like little quests that you can do, or you can just chill in the bar, or you can like Lou says, his favorite part was you can fuck the robots.
You can fuck the robots.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So
there's other parts to it. We'll dive into that later as to what's really neat about it. But we'll get into that when it comes into spoilers.
Yeah, like if you haven't seen it, pay HBO your fees.
Yeah.
Sell your soul and just buy it.
Sell your soul, or unless you just have a mythical friend that happens to download it for you, you can I'm not telling you to download it or watch it illegally. That's wrong.
Wrong.
That's piratism or piracy, not ism. Fuck you. Anyways, but you should watch it either way. Anyways, I think we're done explaining what the hell it is, and I think we're gonna just dive into spoilers here.
So let's set up. What is it?
We're not gonna set up
Or
phasers.
guns, because they have the gun. You can actually shoot the humans.
Let's reload our revolvers
and put it in human mode. With real bullets, because it's no longer spoiler.
Yeah, let's put it.
Okay, let's start.
Anyways, so what I really like about this show is I like the sci-fi mix. I like the fact that you are going into the Western, like a actual Western kind of movie. Or I felt like the show is like Red Dead Redemption, like the game. Like you're going into that, but you're actually playing it instead of just being in playing the video game. But I also like the fact that there's a sci-fi twist of making androids, there's actual people that come out in, after the day's over and making sure everything on the set is fine. Because I didn't realize that it was like they actually had the Grand Canyon and all that as a place to film. I thought it was just they were in a virtual world.
No, it's a real world. So basically, it's a real world. So you get in through this train that you basically teleport into it. Almost the guy walked in and then it took off.
Mm-hmm.
But you get in this train, and the train just basically it's an old-style Western train. It gets you to this town. You get out of the town, and there's everywhere. Everybody who's in front of you right now are robots, basically, and they all have like, "Oh, sir, do you want to find a treasure with me?" And if you say yes, you can go for this treasure with him.
No, well,
or you can go to the tavern to have a drink, and you do whatever you want. They're all.
Basically, they have the reference before, like in Red Dead Redemption, you can have a bunch of different storylines. For those who don't know, Red Dead Redemption is the Western version of Grand Theft Auto. And basically, you can do, I'm going to go collect a bounty on a bank robber.
But there's not a main quest. The story has a main story, but there's not a main quest.
Exactly. The show has a main story, but for the people who are in the park, there isn't a main quest, but there's a bunch of different little ones, which is in similar video games. Yeah, you always have
that is true.
And then, but the cool thing is like we said, you can go fuck robots,
or you can just go in like I would do when I'm playing this type of games. Just get in and start killing everybody.
you can kill anybody.
You can go there with your guns and just shoot everybody.
And the weapons don't. That's actually the next topic I was going to go to. Is the weapons are neat because the weapons don't hurt humans. But they hurt everybody else that live and work in the game, which are the androids or the robots or whatever. They're synthetic beings.
Yeah, and the horses are also fake. Some animals are fake, not all. I think
they're all fake.
Yeah, not all, not the flies.
Oh, they aren't?
That's why it's a big deal when she kills it.
Oh, because it's a living thing.
And she kills the living thing.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, the robots cannot kill a living thing. So all of a sudden, they put this new update in it, and the robots start fucking up. And it's a big deal because they cannot kill a living thing. And if and all of a sudden, in the end, the first episode, you see one of the girls killing a fly.
Yeah, at the first episode, the main android, what was her name? I can't. Dolores, yeah, she kills a fly, which is a big deal because they can't kill.
Under 13.
And then you find out later, I believe that the one guy that helps program them, I think he's messing with her deal like Dolores is in making her more human because he notices that she's changing, and instead of fixing her, he wants to make it to see if he can play God and change her into...
For me, this is the good thing of this show is like there's so many things that like you can watch it 4 times and every time you see something different in the storyline. That's really hard to do. It's not like when you see it again, you notice the subtle difference. Like when you see Game of Thrones and you rewatch it, you notice like, oh, she has a dragon in her dress. Oh, how cool! This is different. This is like you see it again and you're like, is she changing? Is she becoming more human?
Yeah.
Is she not? Something I noticed.
It's a mind fuck.
Have you noticed that all the engineers people are wearing black?
Oh, I didn't notice.
But the robots who welcome you in is white with a white dress.
Yeah.
And it's white and black. And it's like you can do whatever you want, and it's black and white there. So if you go there, that's the bad guy. He's black.
Yeah.
Or they're the good guys. They're white.
We're talking about the color of their clothing.
Yes, the color.
We're not talking about their skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're like, they're wearing black suits and black.
The people that work for the company, like he said, are wearing
all black.
All black, and then the people that are not, that are pre-Western Town, are wearing white, and they help you get ready for. You get to pick out your clothing. You get to pick out what kind of revolver you want. If you want a repeater. A repeater is just a different type of rifle. You could do different Winchesters. It just.
That's what I noticed, and I thought it was so interesting. I was like, I wonder why. It's one of those shows that you can watch it 100 times, and every time you see something else, you see something cool. I love when they're picking up the clothes, and you can see all the different styles,
exactly,
all different revolvers,
and the hats.
And you noticed there were the white hats and the black hats.
I watched the show, and I was thinking, man, like as they were going through it, I was like, which one? What would I pick? Like I was picking out the hats that I would want. The clothes.
Black or white, because there were 2 colors. There were the black ones and the white ones. His friend gets the black one.
I would get a black hat probably, that might dictate who lives and who dies. Eventually.
I think it's gonna dictate. It's gonna slowly start changing. The cut color is gonna slowly go grayer and grayer to black, showing the progression of how he is more immersed in this world.
What I really think is happening is I think that Dolores is actually going to become Android 18, and we're actually going to see Krillin and all the Dragon Ball Z people come in.
Cell come in.
Cell's going to come in.
I could see it.
Hey, you never know, man.
I mean, that would be
fucked up if they're like, haha, kidding, this isn't Westworld, this is actually Dragon Ball Z. Like, what the fuck?
That would be pretty funny.
I really like the accents in the show. I like how they go in depth to reenacting the accent of that time in that location, and then like when the androids come in to get updates, they're like, "Hey, please, you don't have to do the accent." So they go back to just normal vernacular.
Yeah. So when the android gets broken, or then they need to fix it. They sit them down and they have this little tablet on theirs, and they say like, "So what happened?" And the androids start talking, and they basically say to cut the accent. And they take the accent, so they speak normal. And then they're like, take the emotion off, and they take the emotion, so she's speaking with no emotion. It's such a hard thing to just explain because there's so much information in those 2 episodes that it's kind of like you're just brushing from just the top.
I think we should definitely start talking about I like to call him the Pale Rider. The guy, Ed Harris's character, the guy that's
the man in black?
The man in black. Man, that guy, his character is just so... It's interesting because you can't tell... I'm fairly certain he's human.
I think he is human because he can't get shot. And there's a reason why I think he's human. When he was killing all the cousins of the guy he's talking, the guy's like, oh, this guy is destroying our town, and the chief protector, one of the guards from the main one of the guards of the business said,
Oh,
he can
fine.
do whatever he wants. He's our biggest payer.
I think, and we kind of discussed this before, but I think he's agree with the fact that, I don't know if you said this or your wife said this, but I think that Anthony Hopkins' character, something was falling out there, and I think he got placed in there, and he's trapped, and he's trying to find his way back out.
That's my wife said. She said that she thinks that the guy is trying to get to the middle because he and Anthony Hopkins had a argument or this separation.
Yep.
And that's why he's not. He hasn't thinks that he's stuck per se. He just wants to go to the next level, thinking. I'm not sure if she's trying to say that there's a next level, like a level up. Like you pass this first level and you go there, and you only can do it if you pass the level.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody has ever passed the level except him. So he's trying to figure that out. That's her. I think that's her opinion, and I agree with it.
Oh yeah. So basically, in the end of the first episode, Ed Harris, which is the man in black, he basically scalps a guy, and under his scalp is a map, and it's a map of a maze. And he's trying to figure out the way to the center of the game, because the center of the game, once you get back on the train is how you get into Westworld. Westworld takes you from the corporate center, and then you go on the train takes you into the game, into the town. So he's trying to find his way back in there, but for some reason, they don't explain, but he doesn't know.
He seems that he understands the rule and concepts. I think he's been there a lot of times. I think he's a fan of the Westworld, and he is just really trying to get to this secret.
Maybe he's trying to... So, where Anthony Hopkins came out of, that elevator, maybe he's trying to get to that.
That could be it.
Because it wouldn't make sense, because in the first episode, he was in that western town, so you would think that all he would have to do is like, hey, how do you get on the train?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he just goes there and pays. I think he's a human that pays. Yeah. And they said when he was killing everybody, they were like, who the fuck is him? They didn't say that. They said, like, he's our biggest payer. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
I like how they have the different regions. Like in the second episode, they show him go into a Hispanic town.
There's like a pueblo.
Yeah, which is really neat. Like, because back then, I mean, down in the southern area where
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico area.
Texas, all those places. All those people were living there beforehand. I love, and I cannot wait until I see more Native Americans.
I agree. Yeah, the Native American touch is going to be really neat.
And I hope they do it with, I'm not sure they should do it like being respectful to them and being like showing the complexity of their culture, or just because it's a Westworld, and it's I'm sure supposing in the future they may be doing like what we think of it as the movie, so they're gonna make it.
They're gonna do more like cowboy and Indians.
And the Indians are the bad guys, but I hope not. I hope they actually they put the like actual culture into the narrative.
I think they're going to have a little bit of that, but I think they're also going to have like, okay, so you have like this Indian guide, and then you also have like the cowboy and Indian aspect.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess, but I'm not really 100% sure if I want to see I guess I'd rather have a good historical Native American more than the John Wayne Native American Indian that is disrespectful to their culture, to it's like, show me something. I mean, I can get if they do it in both ways, I can understand why they're doing it. One is trying to be more historically correct, and the other one is like, hey, that's what the movies is. It used to be, and people who want to go to Westworld want to be in the movies.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you don't like about it?
This is a hard one. It is really hard.
I don't like the intro. The only part of the intro I like is the actual artwork before, where they show them creating these synthetic beings. But the music in there is just kind of, like, you think that a show that they spent so much money on would have a better intro.
But I don't mind the intro. It's fine.
I have a really good idea for an intro. It goes like this. It's like ba 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 ba. Yeah. Dragons.
I don't care about the intro.
I mean, if that's the only complaint I have with the show, obviously it's a good show.
I cannot give any complaints so far. Episodes 1 and 2 have been great.
Yeah.
It has been a show that I've been talking to Lou since day one. It's like,
Yeah.
we need to talk about this. We need to talk about it. You need to watch this show. You need to watch this show.
Stay tuned. We're definitely going to talk more about it once we get through more episodes. I think every other... We might touch on it every podcast, or we might wait like every couple episodes so we can do a couple episodes here. We'll just see how it goes. We'll decide if it's a good episode. We'll probably be eager to talk about it.
But this is one of those shows that you can even go a little bit further and say, what type of player will you be?
Yeah, oh, that's a good idea. What would I be?
What type of player will you be? Will you be more immersed in the storylines, or will you be more immersed in just
I think
doing your
I
own
would
thing?
have to go there. I don't. It depends if you could like pay a pass and go there for like a week. Because what I would do is I would probably first go there, just drink, hang out, and just see what the actual town life would be like that. Just because it's so real.
So you were staying in a basic camp in the first day?
First day, and then I think I would, if I had people coming up to me saying, "Oh, hey, let's try this out. Hey, you want to go on this journey? You only have to pay this much, and we can go try to find treasure and stuff." Like, I would want to do the more adventure stuff. Like, I want to go see more things out there. You know, I think it'd be cool.
I was thinking about it, and we were discussing it with my wife.
I'd also want to kill people.
I was like, she made a good point. It's like, it will be how you play a video game.
Yeah.
And that's like how I play it, because normally I don't give two shits about the storyline.
Yep.
So I'll be like, give me a mission, and I'll probably go there around there and do the mission, and then when you're driving back, probably shoot the guys.
Yeah, shoot a bunch of people.
Shoot a bunch of people. And before I leave, before I leave, I'd probably just rampage the town. Just be like shooting anybody as much as I can. And be like, okay, I'm done.
I think it'd be interesting to talk to a lot of like the bots there, if you will, the synthetic beings. I'd like to talk to them and see like their storylines. I think that would be cool. I feel bad for James Marsden's character because he fucking gets killed every episode. Like 5 times every episode.
That's Cyclops, by the way.
Cyclops, yeah. I love the part in the second episode where he's sitting there talking to the madame of the whorehouse. And the dude just walks up, shoots him in the head. He's like, "Woo! Now that's how you do a vacation." I'm like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I would probably do that too. But if you have no remorse because they're not real.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it. Isn't it like a little fucked up?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely fucked up. I would be more so apt to killing, like, something that is after me or something that's causing harm. Like the bank robber guy. That would be cool to attack him.
Yeah, but I mean...
Or, like...
I was thinking about it. You will go in knowing they're not human. Yeah. And I think it would be, for us...
But you don't know who's human and who's not.
That is true. But at the same time...
Because they all look human.
If it's not human, you won't kill it.
Well, yeah, because it'll just ricochet off.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like... What would you do? Like, if you can, I think we, as an adult, living in this world will be shocking. We would think it would be fucked up. But if you were raised in that world, it would be like playing with Pokemon.
Well, if
you wouldn't have any feelings toward it because they are saying, "Are you real?"
If you imagine,
they ask that question, "Are you real?"
Yeah.
None of you are alive. It's "Are you real?" And if they say if they say no, for them they're not even real.
What happens if these people were actually there? That's one thing I'm starting to wonder is, what happens if some of these people were actually paid to get into the western town, and then they were either kidnapped or captured or something? Like they went to the outer rim, like the most dangerous part.
No, that's one of the things that I was thinking that would be kind of iffy. Is like not being able to lose. If you can die, can you lose? Because I see it as a game. Can you lose?
Yeah, you would have to have something. But I don't think it's...
Because why would you stay closer to the town, not go to the more harder levels? Because if they're harder levels, you should have a possibility of losing.
I don't think it's a point of losing. It's not supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be you're in there to immerse yourself in this different life. You're not supposed to go in there thinking... It's like going to like old Shawnee Town up the street here. It's like an old western town, and they have actors, kind of like Renfest, and they come out there like, "Hey, partner, did you know back in the day, this is how we churn butter?"
But you don't get the gun and put them in the head and shoot them.
Well, no, but in that game you can. But like, yeah, I mean, I think there would be repercussions eventually. I mean, the harder you get out there, the more immense it is. But I don't think I think it's you're supposed to be feeling what it was like to live back then.
I don't think so. Because it's whatever you want to do. There's no repercussions. It's not like if you fall in back then and you start shooting anybody, you'll be dead in seconds or you'll be a one really wanted. Here you can shoot anybody you want and go home and take a nap.
The cool thing, I think that to do that, I mean, you gotta imagine how much it would cost to do that.
Oh yeah,
you're
talking about the future. You're talking about it's probably like going to an expensive cruise.
So let's talk about if this was a reality. What kind of things I can tell you what I would want if this would happen. Like if this was a real Western thing. For sure, I think it would be awesome if you could have like a makeshift Alamo. Like it would be cool to play that. Like you get to play along Davy Crockett or Jim Bowie, or you could be even if you wanted to be on the other side. Like, oh man, I was this time. I want to be on the Mexican side this time. I want to fight against the Texans. I think that would be cool to have both sides. And the same thing could be, for instance, if
a train heist, that would be cool.
Train heist would be really cool. Or you could do like a Magnificent Seven kind of twist on things.
They do that, don't they? Have like storylines inside.
They have different storylines. Like for instance, the two characters that are kind of focused on in the second episode, his friend, one of the main guys helps an old man up, but he's one of the robots. And so his friend's like, hey, you should not help them. He's just going to try to sell you something. Well, they go to a bar later. His friend tells him again, don't talk to the old man. He's going to try to sell you something. But the old man still comes over and is nice or whatever. And his friend's talking to him. Well, the guy with the white hat is talking to the guy who's trying to sell him the Gold Rush package or whatever. And his friend takes out a knife and stabs the old dude in the hand. He's like, ah! He's like, it's fine, it's just a robot. Let's get out of here.
I don't think they're trying to sell anything. I think they're trying to sell their story.
Yeah, it's a storyline package.
But I don't think you pay for that story.
Oh no, he said in there, he's like, they're just trying to sell you a product. He states that they're different. Like if you go on a cruise, you pay for the cruise, but you have excursions. So you're paying to admit yourself in there. Like, for instance, if you're on a cruise, you can go to the island and do whatever you want, but you can pay to do an excursion, to go snorkeling, to go swim with dolphins. This is like, you can go find Indians, or you can go find gold, or, I also think it would be really cool if something like this was real.
Find gold, just picking.
I think it would be neat if, this was real, but they did it, like we were talking about earlier, just different realities. Like, oh man, it would be cool to live this, but in a castle siege.
Oh yeah, like a Renaissance style.
Cool to be in a castle siege and be like, oh man, you're shooting me, I can't die from an arrow, but it would still be really fucking cool to shoot catapults at something.
Or like an Asian one with samurais.
Samurais would be really cool. You can do
anything.
Yeah.
Any era. It could be even go like.
Oh, dude, the Battle of Troy.
Prehistoric era, too. You can do anything.
Dinosaurs. Oh, wait. Isn't that called Jurassic Park?
Dun 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 dun. Are you saying Westworld is a copy of Jurassic Park?
Now that I think of it. Actually, the original Westworld movie came out before Jurassic Park.
So, by the way, it is a I'm not sure if it's a remake or whatever.
It's a remake, basically.
But there's a movie. If you want to see the Westworld, it's from 1970s, I think it is.
Yeah. So, overall, I think the show's good.
How many stars? Where are you going? From one? How many beers? From 1 to a 6-pack.
I'd give it a 6-pack right now.
I will give it a 6-pack too.
Right now, I don't give a lot of shows that. That show's definitely a 6-pack.
So far, there's only 2 episodes. We will continue talking about it in smaller amounts every episode until the show's over. But so far, it's so good.
Well, since we're already on a Western kind of twist, I did go see Magnificent Seven over the weekend. It's a good movie.
Is it good?
Yeah, there's without doing any spoilers. It was.
They all died in it.
Yeah. Well, I can't. Not all of them die, but it's a nice twist. It's if you like action, you like it. Humor and stuff. It's a good movie. If you're looking for a good storyline, don't go in there thinking this is going to be a Oscar winner. This is just a fun movie to watch. It's not something that's...
Would you say it's a red box or movie better than a movie theater movie?
I go see it in the theater.
It's good enough to go to the movies?
It's definitely better than Batman vs. Superman, so... yeah, I mean, I would definitely say it would be okay to go see in the theater. If you like that sort of thing. If you don't, I mean, if you're just like, yeah, I kind of like Chris Pratt, I like Denzel, I like Vincent D'Onofrio, I mean, you just wait until it comes out, Blu-ray.
I wanted to see it.
It's good.
I've been trying to watch, convince my wife to go to the movies. But we've been busy, but yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, since we're done with that, we're going to go talk about a couple shows we watched. Just want to get his opinion on them. What do you think about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far?
I love the Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider's awesome.
Ghost Rider's been pretty good.
The CGI's better than the movie.
It's getting a bit darker, and it's good because it's an hour later.
Yeah.
So they're giving away a little from the kiddie-ish first seasons to a little more darker. Don't expect it to be too dark. It still is kind of, kid friendly, but it's getting a bit.
It's a primetime television show. I mean, they can only do.
I like
so
it.
much.
I always liked it. I mean, it's one of those shows that I like to binge watch. So I always wait until it's over and then just binge watch it.
Yeah, it's a good show. I watch it, weekly, even when it's on. As for Gotham, I usually hoard a couple episodes. I watched episode 1 of Gotham last night. I still have 3 left to watch after last night, but it's just... I mean, I like that show. It's good, it's interesting, but it's definitely... From the first season, I think it's kind of fell off. It's not...
Yeah, first season was great. After that, it was just...
I just feel like they need to jump ahead and just give everyone what they want and just fucking make a Batman show. Like, just do it... Yeah. I think they should just make a fucking Batman show.
I can see that. Maybe early years Batman so they don't interfere too much with their DC cinematic.
Well, they're not going to mess with the cinematic universe because they're two different...
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying if you do early years, like early years, there's not a lot of Batman shows that are like from the early years, like from he started as Batman. Or training to be Batman, or and you just start giving like villains. But I mean, at the same time, I understand what they're doing. I mean, it's an interest. From the get-go, it was always interesting. It's just
I like this. Okay, first off, why is Fish Mooney still in there? They just need to get rid of her. I like Penguin. Penguin's interesting. Riddler's interesting, obviously. I just don't see why Fish is still in there. I feel like they just have her in there because it's Will Smith's wife, and I just feel like they just have her in there because it brings in ratings. But I do like the fact that they have Strange in there now. I like how they...
Strange.
He is Hugo Strange.
But he is Dr. Hugo Strange.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good show. I binge watch it. I don't really...
Mm-hmm. What all the shows are you watching?
Right now... I mean, I'm just trying to watch all the episodes of Mythbusters because Mythbusters is amazing. And the new, the side crew of Mythbusters, which is Tori, Carrie, and Grant, actually have their own show coming out on Netflix, which is going to be awesome. So, but yeah, I watched that. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's about.
That seems fair.
And Supernatural. Do you hear that?
What is that?
This just in the Daily Bugle. This just in the Daily Bugle. So we have some huge news that came out this week because of New York Comic Con. So they had a Defenders panel at Comic Con, which is, for those who don't know, that's Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones. But
who's the villain now?
They had the villain come out. Who is it? Sigourney Weaver.
As in alien form.
Yes, she's
definitely.
Actually, she had an alien come out of her stomach. She ate the alien, and she actually turned into Predator. She's fucking Predator.
There we go.
Fuck you, Marvel. You're done. Anyways, no, but yeah, she's the villain. They had some ideas as to IGN had some ideas who she could be. Like she could be someone that's part of the ninja
association
that's against Daredevil and
the Black Foot Clan.
Yeah, something like that. But still, that's a huge deal for Sigourney Weaver to be a fucking villain in these shows.
She's gonna be good.
That's fucking huge, dude. That's like having John Travolta be in there. Which,
No, not John Travolta. I would say like Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Well,
I like Bruce Willis more than John Travolta.
Well, I'm not saying likewise, but like John Travolta was really famous during Sigourney Weaver's time. Like,
so was Bruce Willis.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
So that one, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. We'll keep you guys updated on more information as that comes out. What do you think about the Power Rangers preview?
I liked it. It piqued my interest a lot.
I
just wish they did morphing time, and I could see them morphing. But so far, so good.
Still, I was like, this is gonna be really fucking gay.
It probably.
I grew up with that goddamn show.
It's gonna be stupid.
I watched that show when I was a kid.
You watched the movie?
And the movie, dude. That was my fucking thing when they had the.
You seem like a Tommy fan.
Hey, Tommy was a shit, man. He was a Green Ranger, and then he fucking went to the White Ranger. But I was a Red Ranger fan until he got fat. You know, the Red Ranger's fat now. He's just not really as...
I always liked Billy. That was my favorite. The blue one?
Yeah, Billy's good.
I like Billy.
He came out of the closet, but Billy's good.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's not. But yeah, no, I like the...
He left because of that reason. He was getting bullied.
Really?
Yeah. He couldn't stand the...
Like by the crew?
Uh-huh.
Like the actual Rangers themselves?
I'm not sure the Rangers, but he said he can't...
They're all friends still, so I couldn't see
them.
I'm
not seeing the Rangers, but no, he left it because bullying being gay.
Yeah, I could see back.
And that's kind of sad because I always liked him.
I liked him too. Yeah, I liked it. I think I'll definitely see that. Okay, so at Comic-Con, they also released a 3-minute preview of Aftermath of Negan killing whoever. Well, that's not that important, minus the fact that Rick might get his fucking arm chopped off, but that's a sensitive subject, and we can talk about that after the episode if it actually fucking happens. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan, came out and said the other day that there are 2 deaths. He said Negan isn't shy of killing multiple people with his bat.
Nah, but I don't think he's going to be 2 deaths. I took it like...
Let's make a podcast bet.
Alright, let's do it. I say they kill... Mine is the Asian boy.
Okay, so you think Glenn.
Glenn?
You think...
That's it.
So you think it's just Glenn, 1 kill.
1 kill.
Okay. I think it's 2 kills, and it's Glenn and Abraham. So what's the bet going to be? I think that whoever...
No, you cannot... For it to be fair, you cannot pick Glenn and Abraham. Glenn, because I picked Glenn.
Well, Glenn and Abraham. My pick is 2. I mean, there's...
In that moment, I say he may kill other people, but not in the first round.
I think he's killing Glenn first, then Abraham.
In the first round. Like when they're all sitting down. Not when they go back to the town and then
he
comes out.
No. He's first going to kill Glenn and Abraham, and then...
Okay, there we go. I say he might kill somebody else, but after all that routine is did.
Okay, so our bet is based off of you think 1 kill, I think 2 kills.
Alright, if you lose...
I'll buy you beer.
No. If you lose, you have to drink some whatever I bring to you to drink, and vice versa. Of course, it will be probably beer, but I can pick whatever beer I want, and you need to drink it.
Alright, fair enough. So basically is what I said. I'll buy you beer, you buy me beer. But it has to be...
So I can buy you a shitty beer. I can give you a shitty beer, you need to drink it and enjoy it.
Fair enough. This will happen... Fuck it, this will be our Walking Dead podcast. Our Walking Dead podcast will incorporate our bet.
There we go.
Alright, so...
What's next in the...
Okay, so as for Avengers, because of Comic-Con they announced this, that Wasp is the girlfriend of Hank Pym, right? Pym. Basically Ant-Man. She, if you watch the spoiler deal after Ant-Man, it shows Wasp go up... Outfit. She's not going to be in Infinity War. But she will be in
part 2.
She will be in the 4th Avengers.
She will be in part 2 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of disappointed that they're waiting so long because she's an original Avenger.
Well, I think the biggest part is because they have...
Yeah, they had to wait until Ant-Man
Ant-Man and Wasp, that movie comes out, which is in between Avengers 3 and 4. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. I'm still interested to see. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch as Cumberpatch. I know what it is, but I just say Cumberpatch because it sounds like pumpkin patch. But he has already said that he's in it. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, they're all in it. It'd just be interesting to see who else is in there. Like, I'm really...
Spider-Man is in it.
Well, Spider-Man's definitely in it, but I'm really jonesing for some... hoping that...
Chris Nolan is in it.
Christopher Nolan's in it, Steven Spielberg. We're actually making it. But I really hope... I hope the Defenders at least get to make a cameo in it. I think that would be cool.
I think that, and I bet you whatever you want to bet, Stan Lee will be in it.
Okay, well, that's obvious. We're not betting that.
He may not survive.
He already recorded for next cameos because he's old and he's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna
be there.
Yeah. So definitely some of those are for the Avengers. So the last thing I have is Daniel Craig did say he is definitely okay with doing more Bond, and that's who they want to do Bond again. So
he's my favorite Bond.
He's a great Bond. I could see Tom Hiddleston doing it, but I don't want Daniel Craig.
I want my guy is who's the British black actor?
Idris Elba.
Oh, I would.
Dude, Idris Elba is fucking Bond.
I would. Perfect.
Amazing.
That would be my first pick for Bond.
He would be so perfect.
Oh, I like him. I like him a lot. I think
awesome.
he has the fucking class. I think
humor. He's a smart ass.
It'd
be nice to see a change, because since the '60s, it's just been a white dude. Whether it be a British guy, Scottish
that guy, I think it works perfect. I can see it. It would be like the only people, if people have a problem with it, are going to be people who think that it's racist. Or it's going to be a racist, but because he endures, he has the class, he has that that smart ass attitude.
Well, and the 00 is just a license to kill that doesn't justify who's it, so he could be 007.
He is very good looking. I say it.
That dude's fucking awesome. I really hope that would be happening. But I am glad that Daniel Craig did go, and he went on the limb and he said after his comment of, if I had to do another Bond movie, I'd just cut my wrist. He just went on there and said, dude, I just said that after I got done filming that movie, and we had to film it quickly. So he's like, I'm fucking tired. What do you expect?
Yeah, I like both.
I have respect for that guy. He's a good actor, and I think he does a great job.
Yeah. Think it's a wrap up?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything else, give us an email at 2ordinarynerds.
That's the number 2, ordinarynerds@gmail.com.
Find us on Twitter.
Also,
Facebook.
2 Ordinary Nerds. Facebook, 2 Ordinary Nerds. And yes, can't wait to hear from you guys. And
we're growing. Yep. We'll get better at this, and hopefully we'll get more people to follow, and
maybe fucking Squarespace gives us some money.
Yes, Squarespace and
MeUndies.
And MeUndies, me monies, and paymytuition.com.
All right, well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.